And good evening. It's 6 o'clock. Hope you are having a great Saturday evening. My name is Chris, and this is the Screen Team, all brought to you by Fearless Social, Whitworth Gift Chest Jewelers, and Poplar Bluff Drywall. As you can hear in the background, we have a full house this evening. We've got Luke, and we've got Sabrina and Chelsea.
And a collection of Thomas the Tank Engine trains.
Ready to review some movies. How many Thomas things does he have down there?
About 4 or 5.
About 4 or 5, man. Wow. Well,
next week's edition, toddler movies.
Well, we've got a lot of I don't want to say kid-based movies, but a lot of family-based movies we're going to be reviewing this evening.
That's right.
We've got the Boxtrolls, Big Hero 6, and we're also going to be reviewing the new Cinderella movie. So, ladies, are we excited? Are we ready to do some reviewing?
Let's do some reviewing.
I'm so excited.
All right, let's start off with the Boxtrolls. This movie came out here in 2014. It's what is it? CGI? Is it claymation? What kind of animation is this, guys?
I think it's claymation.
Clay. Yeah.
Claymation.
Claymation. Yeah, that's what I said.
Claymation?
Claymation.
Yeah, that.
That's close enough.
It's imagination.
It's acceptable.
Yes.
It's acceptable. The basic plot is a young orphan boy is raised by underground cave-dwelling trash collectors. Interesting so far. And they try to save his friends from an evil exterminator. It's based on the children's novel called Here Be Monsters by Alan Snow. So the Boxtrolls is the... what were your thoughts on this movie, Miss Chelsea?
I really liked this movie. I liked just the way that the Boxtrolls spoke to each other, and I just thought some of the lines were pretty funny.
Mm-hmm.
And I just really like claymation, so I liked it all the way around.
So how did they talk? So they didn't speak English to each other?
They just called each other like by the names of
the pictures
whatever
on the
box they had,
Mm-hmm.
and so I thought that was pretty nifty. That they didn't really speak like normal people like us would speak. They just had their own kind of language that I thought was pretty cool.
Okay, so this orphan boy, he's been living with these Boxtrolls for quite a long time now, like 15 years.
Since he was a baby.
Yeah, but these Boxtrolls, they're not
10 years.
They're not welcomed by this small town that everybody lives in. They don't like the Boxtrolls, do they?
No,
they the Boxtrolls live in the sewer caverns-ish type thing underneath the town, and for the most part they don't know they're there except for the stories that are told about them.
Right, because of the exterminator who wanted to, I guess win the town over, so he created these nasty stories about these guys. So
Yeah, one man's attempt to rule the world and create lies and deception about the unknown.
for cheese.
For cheese? Was it really cheese?
Yeah, they really had a fascination with cheese.
Oh, interesting.
England, man.
Okay, so there's also a girl in this particular story. What's her deal in this thing?
I don't know. She reminds me a lot of Sabrina.
Really, the girl does?
With her,
Where's the drama?
you bit me with
Your
mouth.
mouth.
She was just, I don't know. Her character was pretty funny to me. With
Bless you. Bless you.
just, I don't know. I can't think of a word to describe her, but she's spoiled.
That does sound like Sabrina.
Yes.
Okay, so you like this movie, right?
I did very much.
Is this maybe like in one of your favorites? How would you rank this in your animation classics?
Top 10.
Really,
Yeah,
top 10. So
top
you
10.
liked it that much? Huh?
I did. I've seen it. I don't know, probably 5 times.
You've seen it 5 times?
Yeah.
Boxtrolls?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness! Wow, 5 times. I saw it once, and I barely saw it one time because I was like sleeping through it and stuff like that. So
Of
He
course
was
you were.
he was less than attentive.
yeah,
to
it
the
was
movie.
it was hard to get into this one. So
Wasn't it like a cold, rainy day?
yeah, and I fell asleep on that cold, rainy day.
like today.
Yeah, Boxtrolls just didn't do it for me. Sabrina, I know you're going to disagree though. You liked it, right?
I liked the movie, and I recall that Luke was in the room at the time for some of the time, that I was watching this movie, and He was attentive to it about as much, though, as Chris was. So.
Right.
I think he napped during it as well. I don't know. It was, but I enjoyed watching it. I like that kind of animation. I think it's fascinating. And I also liked the characters. I really was rooting, for Egg. And just wanted everybody to just get along. And I wanted to see the bad guys go down. And I wanted to see to the rich aristocrats. Get their just pudding, so to speak. And it was a very good story to want your kids to watch and learn something from without knowing they're learning something, know. So I liked it. I thought it was really good, and I really enjoyed the characters. I thought they did a great job.
One of my favorite scenes was, I guess, the end scene was when they're showing, like the animator actually doing the claymation at the very end. I thought that was pretty neat.
It was like a time lapse, and you could just see the shadow of the animators, but you could see the characters talking like, well, what do we do now? Well, I guess we could show everybody how we're made, and it was very tongue-in-cheek. Yeah,
that's my favorite part.
Yeah,
the rest of it I could do without.
Yeah,
I like the courage behind the movie. That's pretty much what the whole thing is about: is have some courage and stand up for yourself, but you don't have to be mean and abusive to do so.
Right. And I kind of liked the Minions about that too, because they were constantly questioning whether they were actually the good guys or the bad guys, because they were just as fooled as everybody else. And I liked
the
that
Minions.
Too.
Is that what you said? Okay.
You
threw me.
Did I say
I was thinking Minions, the movie. I'm like, we're not talking about that one.
No.
So obviously this movie isn't for 2-year-olds and it's not for 35-year-olds.
Oh, you're 35?
I'm close to it. What's wrong with that, man? Who would you, with kids, how old would you recommend this? Like 7?
5 to 38, 9, 40 something. I don't think there's a specific audience, but definitely your kids, your school age kids are going to be able to follow it along better than the toddlers.
I was just trying to get to the point because you said Luke wasn't interested in it. So I was trying to think,
Yeah, and tomorrow he could be, so who knows?
That's true.
Toddlers, man.
I know.
Yeah. Anyway. All right. It's called The Boxtrolls. You can find it on DVD. Coming up after the break, we're going to review another animated film called Big Hero 6. That's next on Today's Talk 930 KWOC.